Hello, my name is Bill Shipsey and I'm here in Docks in Prague a few days before the opening of the exhibition Art 19 Box 1. Art 19 is an initiative by four friends who have come together to collect and create art from the leading contemporary artists in the world to raise money for Amnesty International. Docks is one of the four galleries where we are presenting Art 19 Box 1. The other venues are in Berlin, Geneva, and we're finishing on Friday the 13th of December in the Grand Palais in Paris. There are 11 artists involved, producing 10 artworks. Ilja and Emilija Kabakovovi produced art as one, but the other 10 artists are lined around the wall here today. And maybe if I could just take you on a brief excursion around the 10 art pieces. The first is called A Piece of Sky, and it's by Yoko Ono Lennon. The sky is a very regular motif in Yoko Ono's work. If you can come up sort of close to it, you'll see that it's like a jigsaw puzzle, and the painted piece of sky by Yoko is but one of the jigsaw puzzle pieces. Within the box of Art 19 Box 1, we will also reproduce a poem by the late Irish Nobel Literature laureate Seamus Heaney, written for Amnesty International in 1985. The next piece is by a Turkish artist who spends her time between Istanbul and Berlin, Ayşe Erkmenová, and it's Broken Blue Bracelet is what it's called. It's a very beautiful piece showing blue pearls on a plain background. The next is by the couple Ilja and Emilija Kabakovovi. The Kabakovs were and are perhaps the most important artists to come out of the Soviet Union, as it then was in the 1970s. They now live in Long Island, and this is their piece called Freedom. It was done in a silk screen. I think there's something like 23 colors, so it had to go through the silk screen on 23 different occasions. Next is by German-born but American-living artist Kiki Smith. Again, a very complicated and involved piece. If you come up close, you will see that there are individual flowers which are on a silk paper or a very thin rice paper, and they're applied and stuck by hand to the piece. The next is a very interesting work by the German artist Rosemary Taroko, and it is in two parts, and you can see it's riveted together. The outer part is clear mylar, and it's got a number of images of yellow handguns, and then the scene is a scene in a New York City in the background. The next piece is by Čiharu Šiota, Japanese artist based in Berlin, and her signature work is what look like spiders' webs of circles, which is very effective and very beautiful. The next is South African artist William Kentridge, who has used as his backdrop the ledger from an account book of a South African mine in 1896, and the words overprinted on the ledger are "God's opinion is unknown." In an interview that William Kentridge did, he explained that this was an argument against the current emphasis and extremism where, whether it's Christian or Muslims, where they feel they know what God's opinion is, but his opinion, which I share, is that God's opinion, if there is a God, is unknown. Next is one of the leading, if not the leading contemporary artists in the world, the German artist Gerhard Richter. Beautiful piece called Cut. And it was in fact Gerhard Richter who was the first of the 10 artists to offer to support Art 19 and to support Amnesty International with his art. Next we have the Iranian but now living in the US artist Shirin Nashit, who works in a range of multimedia, but perhaps most famous for her photographs, her photographic portraits, over which she prints or writes lettering in Farsi, which you can see up close. And then last but not least is the Indian artist Shilpa Gupta, who is currently representing India in the Venice Biennale. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece, almost like a tusk, which is cut into tiny pieces. But these are the 10 pieces that are on display here and on display in Berlin, Geneva, and Paris. And when the exhibitions are over, The Art 19 Box 1 will be sold as a box set, and we have over here a very beautiful linen-covered purple box into which the 10 prints and the frame, the poem will be placed. We are obviously delighted and honoured to have the support of Docs, MAMCO, the Grand Palais, and the Me Collectors Gallery in Berlin for this exhibition. And of course it would be wrong and remiss of me not to thank the generosity of these extraordinary artists who have given of their time and talent and art to support Amnesty International and to support the call and the campaign for freedom of expression. Thank you very much. We hope that you will support and visit the exhibitions, and of course we hope that you will buy Art 19 Box 1.